Hi, for today's video, our objective is to imitate this figure and label it with its proper measurements. And all of that should be achieved using the software Solidworks. Now we can go to our Solidworks. After opening the software, we should choose the part, then press OK, and there we go. Now all we need to do is click on this part of the ribbon and choose circle, and after choosing some command, this will prompt on our screen, and then we should choose front plane, and then here in the view orientation we should choose the front view. After doing so, we can now create our first circle by starting on this origin and then clicking it and then dragging your mouse, then click it, then modify here and set the desired radius or desired radius. However is 8. Just enter. Then we will be doing another circle and with the same center point. This time our radius should be 17. Press enter. And again another circle. The circle should be the outermost circle, and this sets of circle, and this largest circle should have a radius of 26. Then we can press escape. After that, we will now be doing a reference line starting on our origin and hovering our mouse until it prompts to our 45-degree angle, which is here, and then press enter. After that, we should create another circle whose center point is in the intersection of our second circle and this reference line. It should be here. Hover your mouse and click it and modify it to our desired radius, which is 4. Press enter. Now we can press escape since we are done doing our figure. Back in our reference line, as you can see, we still need another 3 small circles inside our set of circles, and to do that we should select this smallest circle and head over to this part of the ribbon and then choose circular sketch pattern, and then since the preview that is showing is the same as what we need, therefore we should just click here the check mark for OK. And there you go. Now we can delete this reference line. Here in Solidworks, our object should be fully defined, and in order to do that, we should monitor this part of our screen, and if it is showing underdefined, therefore there must be something that is missing, which is the relations. And to add relations, all we need to do is use smart dimensions. Just click smart dimension and click the object you want to be defined, and then press enter. Another one for this circle, and press enter. And then the second circle should be clicked, and then we should check this option, the for construction, and press enter. And for this four smallest circles, all we need to do is control click all of it, and then go on this side of our screen and then choose fix, and just like that, our sketch is now fully defined. Now what we should do next is to create a couple of reference lines. Starting on our center point, we should create a line, and again a horizontal or a vertical line, which length should be 18, and again another line, like that. And for this access line, all we need to do is access this part of the ribbon and choose trim entities. Then just hold the right click and hover your crosshair across the entity that you want to be trimmed, and just like that. Then going back again to our reference image, in doing this part of our image, all we need to do is choose the perimeter circle. It should be tangent on this circle and on this line, and its radius should be 12. Enter. And on this part we can do the same, but this time with the radius of 10. Then press enter. After doing that, we can again use the trim entities command and trim the unnecessary lines. one and then press delete. And this part of our image should be done later after we've finished this side of our image. And now we will be doing this side or this part of our image. To do that, again, we will be using a reference lines. Starting here, we will draw a vertical line, and next to that is a horizontal line with a 43 as its length, and the next line is 37, and for the next line should be 78. Then we can modify these lines here. Just change it to 43 and press enter. And this line, change it to 37. What we should do next is add another reference line vertically, and then choose the extend entities rather, then click this line, and instantly it will extend up to this reference line. And then now the trim entities to trim the unnecessary line. Now we should create a circle with the center point on this part of our figure, and its radius would be 65, or from 64.44 we should change it to 65. Again, another circle should be made in the same center point. A circle with 40 as its radius should be made. Change just to 40 and then press enter. And the last circle should be having a 23 as its radius. Now we can delete this line. Trim this line and delete this line. Then again, we will need to create a reference line here, here. And another one from here to here. After doing that, we will need to offset this line by a radius of offset distance of 20. If you check the reverse and uncheck the select chain, and edit the offset distance from 10 to 20 millimeter. There we go. Then hit the check mark. Again, we will be having this line offset with the same process. And check. And use again the trim entities. After doing that, we will be using the extend entities and select this line. After that, we can now back on our biggest set of circles and do its inside part, which is the gear shape figure. And to do that, another reference line is needed, starting on the center point up to its right quadrant. And then using our line from the intersection, we should create a line that has 3 as its length at 90-degree angle. Modify its length from 13 to 3 only. Press enter. Another line, but on its opposite side with the same length and same degree. We should create a line here. This line should be only 3. Press enter. Now we should create a line here, and again here. Just use the trim entities to remove the unnecessary lines and delete this reference line. Now that we have this kind of figure, to achieve this gear type figure, all we need to do is again click these lines and then choose circular sketch pattern, and then click on this reverse direction and then choose the center point of this set of circles. Now what we need to do is modify our number of instances from 4 to 7. Press enter. And since the preview of our figure is similar on our goal, we can now check this pattern. All we need to do now is use trim entities. After trimming, we should use the Smart Dimension to label this circle's measurements or radius. Here is 130 on diameter, and this one it is 23 on radius, which is also equivalent into a 36 diameter. Then again, we should split all these lines. After clicking all these lines, we should choose the fix on this add relations. As you can see, in this part of the figure, all the lines and arcs are all in black, which means it is fully defined. Now we can move on our middle part of our figure. On this part, we should choose the select command and then select these lines and edit the fillet radius from 10 to 12 millimeters and press OK. Same process on this part, but this time the fillet radius is 14. Then hit check. Repeat the process on the side, but with the radius of 20. And in this corner, the fillet radius should be only 8. Press check. However, our last corner should be achieved by using the perimeter circle, which should tangent on this line and then the circle with the radius of 8. Press enter. Now we can use trim entities to trim unnecessary lines. And there you go. Now all we need to do is this part of our figure. And to do that, we should use this center point arc. From the name itself, we should first specify the center point of the arc, and by estimating, we will choose this part as its center, and the next point should be on where it should be tangent, which is on this side. And there you go. Now we should select this arc and this circle, and then add tangent as its relation, and do the same thing on this smaller circle as well as on this arc. Now there you go. Click this arc and then add fix as its relation. Sometimes overdefined may be the case on your sketch, and to fix that, all we need to do is click this overdefined word in the lower part of our screen and then press diagnose. We will be given several solutions on this case, wherein we can choose from it. After choosing the best solution that could fit your case, you should hit the OK mark. And then what we should do next is to offset this entity. And hit check. Now we should do is trim unnecessary lines, such as these lines. Then click this endpoint and then add fix, as well as on the other point. Then we should again use the perimeter circle. It should tangent on this circle and on this line with the radius of 10. And also here, but with the radius of 12, and press enter. Now a trim command can be used and there you have it. All we need to do is to fully define the sketch, and to do that we should make this fix as well as this one. Now our object is fully defined, and it only lacks in some labeling on its measurements. And to do that, we can use the smart command, smart dimensions. Make this dimension driven, should be okay. therefore choose OK. And there you go, this is our final output, which is the imitation of our reference image as well as its proper labeling measurements. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.